Hello, my name is Keith, and I am known as the Florida Stoneman, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the power of visualization. Now, this video is extremely powerful, and it's going to help you get to wherever you want to be. Let's just say you're stuck in a situation, life's not going your way. This will get you out of that situation and get you to wherever you want to be. I'm going to start off with, this was going to be a different video topic, but this is more of a solution video topic to multiple solutions versus a video topic on something that's more of a narrow spectrum. So, for the people who are getting upgraded right now, because the planets, most importantly guys, not just the planets, but when different seasons hit, when different planetary alignments hit, there are constant upgrades that you're gonna face. Now, if you're getting upgraded slowly, you'll notice gradual progress, which is cool. But if you're asking to get upgraded fast, you're going to get upgraded so fast that it hurts. Like, I'm going to give you an example. When you're in the valley of the shadow of death, when you're in the valley, and you're asking God to remove you from the valley, He takes you straight from the valley. He doesn't just help you up. He does not just help you up the mountain, but He puts you at the top of the mountain. Versus you going through the motions to get to the top. For some people, they'll just be put at the top, but that's a different set of circumstances. And it depends for what you've been asking for. It depends for what you're praying for. But you have to understand, if you ever been at the top of a mountain, it's tough to breathe out there. Coming from someone who's been to certain places such as Colorado, even Colorado in the mountains. Colorado is just like, you're up in the mountains and you're like, lips getting chapped, nose getting chapped, oh, my face getting chapped. But then, like, it's just a different set of breath work that you have to do. Is like you have to pay more attention to your breath. How does this relate to my example? It's basically what you have to know is, depending on what you're asking for, is the circumstances you'll be expecting. So the people of God, because that's what I teach. I teach you guys to move closer to God and to become the highest versions of yourself. But when you're moving closer to God and you're asking for something big, big things will happen and it will feel like a curse. It'll flat out feel like a curse. I've talked about this in my YouTube shorts, but it's going to feel like you just got hit by a truck. Now, you know what else feels like you're getting hit by a truck is when you're training for something big, such as a marathon, and you've never run before. If you just start running, it's going to feel like torture. It's going to feel like flat out torture. It's just like, what is this? This running is torture. I never ran in my life. Now I'm running and I can't breathe. And you're just running and you're like, I'd rather hide, or like, I'd rather take the bicycle or something. But the point is, when you go from a certain position and you're just shot upwards, if you can bear it, then it's going to be a lot. If you can't, then certain things will be stopped, but it means you're getting to where you want to be. It's just incredibly painful. Keep in mind that physical law follows spiritual law, and the bigger things you ask for, the bigger things that will happen to help you get there, because you can't just defy certain reality laws and to go around the mountain to be able to get to the top. Nope. Unless you're being put directly at the top, then you can't go around the altitude. But what am I saying? I'm saying that when you're being upgraded, and for the people who are experiencing extreme challenges after you ask for big things, it means you're getting there, but it's incredibly painful for you to get there, because you're going from a very, very smaller shell to a bigger shell. And you have to fight off certain challenges to get inside the bigger shell, and then you have to fit into the bigger shell. So it's like, okay, what's going on? And you can't be comfortable. There is no being comfortable, because if you're comfortable, that's when the blessings stop. That's what you ask for stopped. What am I saying, and how does this apply to visualization? Well, visualization is going to help you adjust. Visualization is going to help you seem like everything's a lot more easy. So let's just say, when you're going to the valley and you haven't even seen the top in your head, you haven't seen it in your mind's eye, you haven't seen it in visions or anything like that, and you get there, it's a shock. It's like, it's a little different than I expected. It's like, is this real? Versus for the people who are in the valley and they've been kind of visualizing themselves out, when they get to where they want to be, it's not as shocking and they are able to adapt more quickly. Now, how can you apply this into reality? And yeah, I'll be using some of these as examples because God is always helping people who ask. So the bigger and the crazier whatever you're going through, the bigger help you're getting. It's just you can't see it. Lean not into thine own understanding. Now, if you just flat out feel like you're stuck, or if absolutely everything's going crazy around you, then guess what? You're going to have to practice certain methods. You're going to have to practice certain ways to comfort to where you want to be, which it's not comfortable, but it'll help prepare you to when you're getting there so you can expect it more subconsciously versus fight it. Because if you're able to hold a gold bar, let's just say the gold bar is, it's a 50-pound gold bar versus someone just dropped a 50-pound golden bar into your arms and you're like, oh, it's too heavy. It's like, oh yeah, my back, oh, my arms, oh, it's too heavy. And you just dropped it because you weren't focused on it being a gold bar. Then you kind of dropped the blessing there, didn't you? But visualization is how. Now I'm going to talk more about the aspect of visualizations because the first part of the video, this is kind of like 2 videos in one. The first part of this video is more so explaining to you about you guys being able to just get moved from a lower place to a higher place, but it's not a fairy tale. It's not all fun and games. It's like, what's going on? It's like, is this, and most of you think, well, is someone cursing me? No one's cursing you. You're getting exactly what you asked for, but it's painful because you're being shifted from level 1 to level 100, but it's like, the easiest example is like you're in the, you want to get into college early, but you asked the advisor or whatever in your school to put you in classes that'll help you get to college early. Now your high school is just, or now your school in general is just a living HE double hockey sticks. But you're like, okay, what's going on? I mean, you're getting to where you want to be, but much quicker with more challenges versus spread out over a long period of time. Because we don't, as humans, our lives are only so long. Well, we utilize every second of it. Now, to the aspect of visualization, it'll help you get to where you want to be. How? Because it opens interdimensional pockets into where you're heading. So the importance of visualization and you getting to where you want to be, let's just say you're stuck in a part of your life, stuck, which you guys are never truly stuck, but if you're feeling stuck, visualization is your way out. So if you're on top of the mountain and you start visualizing, and you visualize just what the rest of the mountain looks like, when you explore the rest of the mountain, it's going to seem kind of familiar. So, and this is an exercise I'd like you guys to do, because this is something that football players have done. This is something that people, just very, very high up people will flat out admit. Yeah, they've admitted that they've got to where they wanted to be by visualizing. I forget who the football players who said that, but he said basically he got to where he wanted to be by visualizing him throwing a football to a certain set of people every single day for his entire life until he got there. Now, it wasn't a surprise when he got there because that's how he got there, versus some people won't use visualization methods and it'll be like kind of like an extra climb. So you may try this twice a day. 3 times is best. It's not about how many times a day, it's about how often, how consistent you can stay with it. So this method applies with every aspect of your life. And I do have to tell you guys right now, this method works so well, you're probably going to forget about it. I do the same thing. So let's just say if there's a spiritual gift that I'd like to open, and I constantly visualize that I already have the rest of the gift that I want opened. And then when I finally get to a point and the gift is fully opened, I completely forgot about the visualization method because I'm so caught up in it being open. That's an example. So you're most likely going to forget this video, and unless you play, because you feel like you're struggling until you're not. That's what I mean about all those losses that you face. The one big one, it's like, oh, what losses? I don't even know what you're talking about. And then some people will remember losses to be able to teach others, but either 3 times a day, 2 times a day, or 1 time a day. Twice a day, you can do it for 5 minutes. One time a day, I would do it for 7 to 10 minutes or 7 to 11 minutes. Or you can do it 3 times a day for 3 minutes. Okay. What's the method, Stone Man? I would like you guys to get in a quiet place, as quiet as you can. And you're like, I have kids, I can't stay quiet with these kids. Well, it's okay. It's as quiet as you possibly can. Sit in a chair or lay down and lose feeling of your body. Just flat out lose feeling of your body. Just go limp. Like, take your hand right now, and then what's holding your, like, if I'm holding my arm up, what's holding my arm up? My arm is holding my hand. My brain is telling my arm to hold my hand up. Okay? Now, just tell your brain to let every part of yourself relax. You can do it. You want to practice, right? You guys want to practice this right now? A visualization part of this video. So, let's just take, let's use happiness as an example. And I might do some meditations coming up in the future because I do have some pockets in the astral realm that I can take you guys to very easily with meditations. Very safe parts of the astral realm, guarded by angels. But right now, everyone go limp and just calm down. Like, let loose. Take a deep breath in and just close your eyes and let the deep breath out. And hear how quiet your room is if it's quiet, and hopefully it's quiet. If it's not, then hear how quiet the quietest part of your room is. And think about nothing. Like, blank your thought out. Just blank your thoughts out. You'll notice your mind probably won't shut up because people are like, my thoughts never stay quiet. That's okay. It's okay. Let them talk. Let the thoughts talk. And let's just let the thoughts talk. Now, between the thoughts talking, take your mind to a version of yourself. Visualize that you're standing in front of a mirror. And I don't know how you guys feel right now. Maybe you feel good. Maybe you don't feel good. Maybe you're already happy. Maybe you're not happy. It doesn't matter. Now, visualize that you walk up to the mirror and you're smiling in the mirror, and your smile is nice and bright and white, and there's light coming off the back of you, and your favorite smell is in the room. Let's just say your lavender is a favorite smell. It's filling the room or the bathroom or wherever you are at. And this mirror could be anywhere. So you can be in a meadow and there's just a mirror that appears in front of you, and you're wearing the newest, whatever the favorite thing that you like to wear. It's just the best, highest version of you, and you're smiling, and it feels like there's some kind of butterflies in your heart or chest, and it feels euphoric, and you just feel like it feels happy. It feels like the sun is shining above you, but below you and within you. It feels like there's literally something shining in you. It feels like, and your hands should start feeling tingly by now. This means you're transcending to that dimension. And you're just going to start feeling amazing. You feel bubbly. You don't know why, but you just feel happy. It doesn't matter why. It's just some form of good news. It's some form of like it's the best part of your day. It's the news you've been expecting is getting to you. The news that you've been waiting for is getting to you. It's just something good. You don't know what it's good. You just have good intuition that something good is going to happen, and you're just feeling happy, and you're feeling great, and you're feeling amazing. Your breath is different, so you're looking at yourself in this mirror, in this visualization, and you're just feeling awesome. You're feeling euphoria. You're seeing the color green wrap around you. You're seeing the color gold and white wrap around you. You're seeing fire, like just some form of fireworks just go off, and it's like a very faint firework. It's just like expressions of energy. And you may open your eyes now if you're following along with that visualization example. How do you feel? You probably feel very good. Do you know what you just did? For the people who are following along with my meditation / astral transcendence into a pocket dimension. And pocket dimensions are whatever you can perceive. They are whatever you can conceive. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a lot of them. You can count them if you'd like, but there's a lot. Now, just understood that you just kind of you took your higher self and you bridged yourself into a separate interdimensional reality that's this big, and you just made it this big. Now you focus on that and you'll make it this big. You focus on that and you'll make it this big. You focus on that and then you'll make it this big, and then it'll become this reality and you won't have any real perception of your last reality. This works with absolutely anything. This works with, I've done this for zits. Okay, so I've had a zit on my face a while ago, and I'm someone who does videos. I don't like having zits on my face. So I visualize, let's just say you can use it as small as a zit. So I'd visualize myself without a zit, and then I would not look in the mirror. And the zit just magically disappeared. Like it was like magic, just as if it was never there. Then you forget the zit being there. I always remember that example because I know how powerful visualization is. But you can fully expect, once you do this for about 3, 2, or 1 time a day. Suggested 3, if you're doing it 1 time a day, do it for 7 minutes a day. I highly suggest 2 if you're not consistent. Just be consistent with this method. You're going to get to wherever you desire, but you'll probably forget about this method, and you'll probably forget your struggles, or you'll a whole, whatever part of yourself that you don't like right now, or whatever part just that feels fully stuck, will just die off. And this is one thing I don't really teach too often, because when I do this, I don't even remember what I was doing from before. Like, you'll just be completely immersed in that reality, and you're like, huh, what? Unless you write it down, unless you make it an effort to remember it, which actually doesn't really help that reality. So, for example, if you had an embarrassing, because I've helped people with this too, someone who had a very embarrassing situation at work, no details. No details, no being nosy. But I told this person to do this method, and no one at work remembered a single thing. Like, people are like giving the person the fish look, like, just like, huh? Something happened? And it was everyone at their job too. So the person kept telling me, like, they kept telling me, I think it's working. Then they just forgot about it. So that's how I know it works, is because you'll probably just forget. That's how this method works. It's kind of trippy, but you probably won't even remember this entire video. Well, hopefully you will, because you'll share it. But the point is, when you get to where you want to be, and I'm telling you, it's scary. It's scary in a good way, because you do this for 3 weeks straight, you won't remember anything from the reality that you were suffering in. If you do this consistently and immerse yourself into that interdimensional pocket reality that you can access through visualization, it'll help get you from the valley to the mountain a lot comfortably. So you won't face as many struggles. So you'll get to exactly where you want to be. And that's that. If you have any questions, guys, ask them in the comment section. This works for anything. It works for spiritual gifts. It works for health, wealth, love. I practice it with self-love. So this is a good method to do along shadow work too. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!